Have you met Nicole?
Hi, Nicole.
Nicole is, we call her TP for short, which stands for Twitch Proxy.
Ah.
I don't know how much Josh told you about our stream.
Give a general intro.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so basically...
Are we live right now?
Yeah, we're live right
Okay,
now.
cool. Hi, everybody.
We live stream playing board games.
I'm going to put this closer to you guys just because of all the
Twitch
background.
audience. Are we going to need this map, though?
No.
Okay.
No, actually, yeah. When we get started, this game that I really want to show off to you is actually over there. But we can talk about this one too because it's awesome.
Okay.
They're both awesome.
So we do a lot of interviews with publishers, designers, people, just to get word out about their games. And for our viewers, it's a great opportunity to see what games are out there.
Sure.
Because if they can't be here live at BGG.CON, then they can, log onto our Twitch stream and check.
You're providing a service.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah, that's great.
Absolutely.
Come and enjoy BGG.CON virtually.
Yes.
Yes.
So
it's better than like the 360 camera.
I have to tell you, we have a couple of rules at Twitch Game Night, and our infamous rule number 3 is it's always Josh's fault.
Okay.
So I am kind of going in cold to this interview.
And that's Josh's fault.
It's always Josh.
Yes. I'm catching on.
I like you already. All right. So tell me a little bit about who you are, what you do, what you got here for everybody at BGG.CON.
Yeah. So I'm Michael Coe. I founded Gamelyn Games a few years back, and Gamelyn Games, and we create the Tiny Epic series.
Okay.
So it started with Tiny Epic Kingdoms, and we did Tiny Epic Defenders and Tiny Epic Galaxies and Tiny Epic Western. Just new here at the show. Okay. And then we have Tiny Epic Quest, which is on Kickstarter right now.
Awesome. First question that's always very important. Do you have the link for the Kickstarter site to share with our audience?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. So I'll just unfold it right here. If I had this little piece of paper, I wish I had like a fortune cookie and I could just be like, here it is.
So Nicole is actually in our chat.
Okay, great.
That's hence the 800 votes.
Yeah.
If you know it off the top of your head, she can type it into chat for us.
What I can do is look it up and then I'll post it.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. If you search Tiny Epic Quest anywhere on the internet, hopefully it'll get you there. If we've done our due diligence, then hopefully it'll get you there. But no, the series, the Tiny Epic series designed by Scott Alms is really the meat and potatoes of Gamelyn Games. But we are venturing out, and we're going to be trying a much bigger game. That's actually what you see here. So if everybody's like, what in the world? You're talking about Tiny Epic in this box. There's no way in the world this is all fitting in this box. This is actually, for this box, this is a game called Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea. Okay. It's a large 4X area control resource management game that we're hitting on Kickstarter January 26th. So that's what we see over here. But due to limited space in the booth, this is where we're sitting. So you get to kind of look at this, but it's just an eyesore because it's still in the prototype stage,
Listen, that's kind of the cool thing, though, about coming to BGG.CON is you get to see stuff that's in the prototype stage because it really is the stuff coming down the pipe.
Yes.
It really ramps up the excitement for games, or you get to get a good view into a developer's mind or what a prototype is going through. Something, things aren't always polished and perfect, but that's not really, to me at least, that's not really, the game is like the meat, the heart of it. Where does this all start? And then from there you can polish it and then
and that's one of the big bonuses or big awesome things about BGG.CON for us publishers is that we get to lay out our prototypes and everybody is kind of expecting it and they come and they play it and they're not too hung up on the graphics. They get it, they're already past that.
Always done or whatnot. But you get a lot of playthroughs and a lot of feedback, I'm guessing, about your games.
Oh,
and how
critical feedback, absolutely. People coming to BGG.CON, they get games. I mean, these are our people. You know what I mean? They get it, and so their feedback is always very relevant, and a lot of times results in some slight developments to the game. So it's very beneficial.
So you are essentially a publisher?
Yes.
Okay. What got you into publishing?
Well, I've been a gamer my whole life. I grew up playing games, mainly video games. I was born in the 80s, so I'm a Nintendo child. And board games were okay, but they, Sorry and Monopoly, and that's really what I had growing up. The best game was like Risk, right? And so most of my gaming was into video games because board games were just kind of silly.
Favorite video game?
So I have a lot of favorite video games, but maybe Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. I play that quite a bit. Big Chrono Trigger fan, big Zelda 1 fan, obviously. I love all the Zelda series, most of the earlier stuff. And I'm a big proponent of World of Warcraft. I played that for many years.
Okay.
Right now I'm stuck on Hearthstone. And I loved all their Warcraft line. Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, played all of that. So yeah, and I've been playing some GTA 5. That's a good one too. But that's a little different. But I was actually bartending and doing front of the house management at a restaurant, and I was just like, I don't want to do this. This is not, I like meeting the people, I like the social aspect of it, but this is not what I want to do with my life. So I pretty much got a little idea in my head that maybe I can make a game, but I don't know any software. I'm not a developer, so maybe I start with a board game, and then I made a game and I brought it out to Gen.CON, and everybody said it was crappy, and everybody turned it down, and I was like, well, maybe then I just need to make a company, right, and not let everybody turn me down, and I'll just make my own stuff. And so I kind of did that, and then I went to Kickstarter to get the funding for my games, and now 5 years later, I've ran 14 Kickstarter projects. We've raised close to $3 million collectively over the years. Thank you very much. So it's really changed my life, my family's life, and we've totally been able to just move into full-time publishing, and I've left the restaurant, and I've been doing this exclusively.
You were doing something that you weren't really happy with, it wasn't fulfilling you. You kind of took the risk, took the leap to go out, make your own publishing company, and it seems to have worked out really well.
Yeah,
for you.
It has.
So, congratulations.
Thank you.
You must be very happy.
It's amazing. It was really amazing.
So tell me about the Tiny Epic series.
Yeah.
This must be very successful if you've gone on to make expansions for it. Must be.
I would love to tell you about it. So Tiny Epic Quest is our newest one, and this one is phenomenal. It's a puzzle game. Each of the Tiny Epic games are different. So I'll kind of take you from the beginning and just advance you forward a little bit. Tiny Epic Kingdoms was the first in the series, and it's a 4X style game. It's cutthroat, no luck elements. It's just all real determined strategy. Then we followed that up with Tiny Epic Defenders, completely different game. It's a cooperative game. Instead of so cutthroat, it's more pandemic style, managing threats and fires and whatnot. Good for the family.
Why the change in style?
Because in Tiny Epic, we want to eventually have a game of all different kinds. Because the whole mantra of Tiny Epic is to deliver a small box game with a small price point, something that can easily tuck into a backpack, but something that offers the epic experience. So it's like tiny box and tiny price point, but epic gameplay, epic meaningful decisions. We want it to play and feel like medium to large size games. So it's not just a real filler. It's really not a filler. These games are meaty. But when we want somebody to discover the Tiny Epic series, we want them to ask themselves, or kind of, find them what kind of games do they like? Do they like worker placement games? Do they like co-op games? Do they like 4X games? What's their thing, right? What thing do their group play? So, and then we can be like, well, then for you we have this, or then for you we have this, right?
You've got something for everybody.
Exactly. So that's why we changed it up so much. And then we followed up Defenders with Tiny Epic Galaxies, which has been our most popular game. It's being featured on this season of Tabletop with Will Wheaton.
Oh, that's very cool. Congratulations.
Thank you. That was a huge moment for us.
Awesome.
And that game has done very well. It's really had a good impact. A lot of people have picked it up. That one is more of an engine building game. It's high luck, high strategy, dice rolling, dice comboing. It's not cooperative, but it doesn't have as much take that as Tiny Epic Kingdoms. So if people think Tiny Epic Kingdoms, people can walk away from that table crying because they got their feelings hurt because the game is really that ruthless. Then Tiny Epic Galaxies is not that case. It's a little bit more forgiving. It's more about building your engine and getting planets into your galaxy and stuff. So. And then we follow that up with Tiny Epic Western. That's worker placement. Yeah, take it. That's worker placement meets poker.
I'm going with Bob's. Just FYI.
And this one is our newest entry that's out, available in retail right now. And this one is a fantastic one as well. I'll show you this. This is a game mat, but it just shows you about the size that the game fills up. And you can see it's a circle formation. It's called the wagon wheel setup, and you set your locations out there, and that's the town that you send your workers to. So people who like worker placement games, this would be the one for them. And then moving on to Tiny Epic Quest, this is now our puzzle game in the series. So if puzzle kind of things are your dig, then this is that. It's a movement-based game primarily. The map is made out like a grid.
I'm going to pick at your components if you don't mind.
So, yeah, this is the hottest new thing. I mean, we got this big banner here behind us. You can see the item meeples. But I got to show you, these are all the rage. And they're just so cool. So Let me pull some out here and I'll show you. There's this guy.
He's got a bomb, and that's talking about Zelda. That's a rookie.
Yes.
That is absolutely.
So the whole thing about Tiny Epic Quest is that we set out to capture the feeling of old style.
Josh, can you hold that up a little closer for the detail?
Yeah, we wanted to capture the feeling of traveling an overworld, going into temples, completing quests, very much the old style Dragon Quest or Zelda or whatever games that were, of that style. That's what we went after with Tiny Epic Quest. And so I'll show you the board here in a bit, but it's vast and you're traveling all over the place. It uses a limited action selection system for the movement. So
what?
Limited action selection. So essentially what that means is there's going to be 5 movements, but in a single round, only 4 are going to be taken. And when a movement's taken, it's locked and it can't be taken again until next round.
Okay.
So, and the movements are very specific. They're things like only move horizontally, or only move vertically, or only move diagonally. And so you're presented in the game with these positional puzzles of quests that require that you have 3 meeples positioned very specifically. And so then you're looking at the available movements and you're like, how can I get these guys?
Very chess.
Yeah, it's puzzly like that.
Yeah.
And so, but then when you accomplish the quests, you're acquiring these items. When you go through the temples and stuff, you'll be getting these items. It's fantastic. It plays about 45 minutes to an hour. It's like all the other Tiny Epic games, compact, quick to get into, but offers robust gameplay. And of course, the world's best meeples, in my personal opinion. But I'm a little biased.
They are absolutely adorable. So are you playing with us later today?
Yes. Yeah, let's
Awesome.
get together and do it in depth on this one.
I think
people would like that.
I think that is a really great idea. Do we have questions? Quick questions for chat?
No, I think it's good.
Okay. All right.
Is there
Mike?
anything else
Yep.
you'd like to tell us, Jake?
Just check us out on Kickstarters because it's ending in 9 days, so don't miss out.
How are you doing with funding?
So it's on track to be our best project yet.
That's very cool.
Thank you very much. We're just a little over 460,000 raised. 13,000 backers. So
You must be really excited.
Yeah.
And 9 days, you must be very eager for it to be like,
Yeah.
see the final results come through.
I am. I think the ending on this one's going to be special. The item meeples are really something unique, and I think a lot of people are going to come back and make sure they get them before it's over.
They're very cute. Awesome.
So-
Mike, thank you so much
Yeah,
for taking the time
absolutely.
to sit down with us.
Can you take a quick break?
Yeah, please.
I can juggle properly.
As long as you stay away from my mic with those phones. I need like 4 so I can make sure I pick the cute one.
That's what I realized. I was like, I shouldn't be in the Instagram app. Gonna get those Can you hold it up?
Yeah. Vanna White it.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for your time.
Cool. Thanks, Ann. Nice
Thank
to meet you.
Mike.
Yeah,
Take care.
absolutely.
Awesome.
All right.